Hey, got the OBS ready and prepped for the install. Pretty cool update here. This is a L84 engine, and what's different with an L84, well, there's a lot of differences, but the oil pan. We'll look at this oil pan real quick. Sorry, let me get the camera a little lower. So the distance here is much shallower. I mean, not at all perfect for a lot of things, but it's definitely much more shallow and has better clearance than any stock, I don't want to say stock, an L83, L86 oil pan. See how this has a big bump? Like, it's horrendous. So that causes fitment issues. And then you come over here, look at that, so much better. Then what's really nice, you can buy these oil pans brand new from GM for like $160. And they're a really nice, clean cast. They're just really smooth. GM definitely stepped up their game on their casting. Look how smooth the block is. I mean, it's just flawless. Looks really good. We got the stock manifolds. Those should clear. We already test fitted it. I don't even remember paying attention to see how well these cleared, but the engine dropped right in. On these ICT small block Chevy to LT mounts, we're using spot 3 of the setting. And we're using the L84 compressor. See how the fitting's straight up and down, and there's no bypass or blow off piece right here, and because of that, the billet adapter you get goes straight forward. It's really nice. You use an LS3 billet adapter will fit that. Okay, last night, tighten my camera up here, moving all over the place. Last night, painted the firewall and the fenders real quick. Got a little bit more work to do, but want to get this buttoned up real quick. Here's the wiring harness from the original vehicle, severely thinned down. And this is all that goes inside, guys. That's it. So this gray wire has something to do with the wipers. Purple, don't know what that purple guy is, but it runs back through this harness. It probably goes to the wipers too. Well, here we go. Yeah, something to do with the wipers. This is like a little circuit board in it. You can take it apart. So maybe something to do with the variable speed. This green wire right here, that's your compressor output. So right there, that's what you'd hook up to your AC compressor. I'm not quite sure how I want to wire that in yet to keep it clean. I'll just think about that. Just bolted up the bulkhead right there for the power distribution. Getting ready to plug this back in. We got some crap battery cables. We get so many engines in and stuff that I just use the Gen 5 cables and cut them to length and redo the ends as needed. They're the highest quality cable I've seen. This is not something I'm looking forward to. I just don't want to do it. It's disgusting. Makes a huge mess, all that caked on grease and dirt. Here's the notch we did yesterday. The reason we did the notch is, for one, we can use that stock AC compressor, so save some money. So if you have the skill set to do it, you know, do the notch. It saves money in doing that. This frame is so thick, it doesn't weaken it. I mean, you got plenty of strength there. That's what we did. Or you can buy an accessory drive that has everything up high. It's just right now the availability of parts is terrible. Holly and just, I mean, everyone, even including myself, we've all had to increase our prices. But some of these big companies really had to increase their costs, or gave them a reason to. So accessory drives, you know, guys are spending $2,000 to $3,000 on, versus $10 in metal in, you know, 2-3 hours of time. We got a plasma table, so I cut this out with with an angle grinder and a sawzall. Sawzall I do to make real nice clean ending cuts right here on each piece. Then Matt took cardboard and made one template at a time. So we started out with the biggest piece, and he gave it to me. I took a photo of it, transferred it to my computer, then put it on the plasma table, cut it out. It was, I can make an exact replica of whatever I get now. And he put it in there, he'd tack it in, then he'd make the next piece. So that was like a 2-hour process of me and him working together to box that in. But you know, really it's just dusty for me washing this thing yesterday. It turned out really nice. It'll clear the compressor. Really, from what I'm looking at, we just pulled the 350 out yesterday, or the 305 out of this truck yesterday morning. We put this one in about an hour later, you know, tested the notch out, had to make some adjustments, and then we spent 2-3 hours on that notch, and that's done. So now this engine's ready to go back in permanently. So not bad, not too much time involved, you know. If you had an accessory drive that fit without making a notch, you could definitely do this, you know, in about 4 hours. Pull your drivetrain out, throw this one in. The main thing that I'm trying to help out with is give you guys a game plan on how to do it. So first step, get that oil pan. Get the 2020, 2021 oil pan. I'll try to come up with a part number, put in the video. ICT billet adapter plates right here. You want to get those. Then you pull off the mount from your 305 or 350, the original small block mount. On this side, you want to cut the dirty dingo mount. I say dirty dingo. ICT billet. So try to get in here. So you got the compressor right here. That mount will hit it. So you want to trim the front of it, cut the front ear off, and you'll see how that worked out. So we have plenty of clearance. I had to take a hammer and bend the tube just a little bit. On L83, the tube's on the other side, so you don't have to worry about it. Stock manifolds, again, we're going to see how those fit. Today, I honestly didn't pay attention. The engine went right in, so as long as we can bolt the exhaust up to it, we'll be fine. This is the new style water pump, which we're using. Everyone asked about the cross member. Just use your factory cross member that came out of the truck. We're going to retain, actually I'm not sure if we're going to use this mount. The last one, we pulled the mount off the 4L60E. It bolts right back in here, and that kind of keeps the height the same. So yeah, we did the 4L60E transmission mount with a stock cross member and simply moved the cross member into the correct position and drilled new holes in the frame. Got that. Yeah, you gotta modify this harness. I did a video showing how to do that, and just throw it back in, clean up as needed, which I'm not looking forward to. Really got better things to do, but I might put 30 minutes into it. And then your motor is in. There's really not too much more to it. The
forward, you'll be like how far? You know what I mean?
go forward 6 inches. Down 6. Keep going. Forward a little bit. 3 inches. Down. Okay, good. Go back. I'm sorry, go forward. That's good. Down. Down. Okay, forward. Okay. Hold up.
Yeah, get the jacket up.
Yeah, I gotta jack it up.
like
Down.
4 inches forward, like 2, 3, right there. Down a little bit.
All right, whoop. Forward 2 inches. This needs a pivot. We're about there. Down, 2. Keep going. How you looking, Tony?
He needs to go forward just a little bit.
Oh,
Right there. Down.
Oh. Looking good. All right, I need to get some light. How are you looking? To me, it looks like the engine needs to come forward just a tiny amount. They might be able to wiggle it.
Yeah, probably just give it a little tug.
Yeah, there it went down.
Yeah, and then
Down
right
just a tiny amount. Down a bit more. Whoop. All right, looks pretty good there. How you looking, Tony?
I think it's right. I think it's right on the dot. Doesn't matter which way you want me to put it in.
It usually it goes this way.
So the book.
Yeah. We'll just do one at a time, and I can rock the motor. Want me to rock it or anything, or it's so hard to get to?
Win. I gotta wiggle the bolt. Oh, it was right on the dot.
Right on the dot?
Right
Awesome.
on the dot.
Alright, I'm sure mine will be a complete nightmare. Actually, can you come over, see if you can get, you got longer arms. I'm going to be all... So this is the benefit of not having exhaust manifolds on. If I need to crawl underneath, I can.
Yeah, so just push the line over.
And I can shake the motor.
No, I was like, not there. Okay, I think I got it. Is that the hole? Yeah, that's the hole. Okay, it's in.
Somewhat, like halfway.
Yeah, it's like halfway in there.
Okay.
I just gotta push it.
Now I can have Matt lift up or lower it slightly. I don't want him to crush your arm, but want it to go up a tad.
Yeah, so it's a little more than halfway in. I can't push it any further with my fingers.
Okay.
It's a little too hard.
Okay. Just a little pressure going up. Just raise it a tiny amount. Try to get the bolt to go in. Yep. If it's, you can tell if it's harder, we'll have him lower it.
Probably more a matter of height in the rear.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll jack it up.
You got to kind of put your hand down there and like turn it, go back and forth.
I got to wiggle it in.
Just either jacking up or letting down, so you know which way to go.
Up. Definitely not down. All right. I'm trying to twist it in there. Yeah, I can't push it any further with my hand.
I'm going to jack it up.
I know that. I was looking there.
Let me try with this. Tap it.
Yeah. Can't see where it is.
Yep. Golden.
Went in?
Yep. Little tappy tap.
Cool.
3. Wait for Tony. Okay. All right, let's see what we got here. Compressor. Clears real nice.
Start it.
We're close. Header, plenty of room on this side for the manifold to put a collector on. Actually, the jack's a little high. Could be wrong. And then this side, I think we'll be, yeah, we're fine on exhaust. All right, thanks, Matt. We got the engine in. Took us what? Started yesterday, pulled it out, test fitted this, and now it's in for good. Good progress. All right, we got the vehicle up in the air. What's crazy, Matt's trying to get it aligned, is the factory shift linkage hooks directly up to the transmission.
I need to loosen it up. Oh, really? They just use.
After we got the engine in, already had this bolted on both sides, and I just needed to remove your bushing here, and I was able to slide this in with the mount inside here, and then you just hook up your bolts. And so all that is mocked up, great clearance, nothing's touching. Like I said, you easily fit a 10-speed, whatever. Now check this out. That's your oil pan. That oil pan's not going to hit anything. It's above your cross member here. And like I said, there's a part number on here, but I didn't pull up. Here's the clearance of the oil pan. Again, this is off a 2020, 21. Any LE2, LE4, LE7 will be running this oil pan. Did a little accident here. The jack moved on us. We put it in and it dented the pan. So we're going to remove the pan and pound it out, make sure the filter's not broke. It's weird, this O2 sensor is only 3 wire on these old ones. So that O2 is part of that transmission leg. So I was wondering why there's 3 connections, but you get your 4L60E main connector, your O2 sensor, and your speed sensor. Yeah, everything's looking really good. Good clearance with the AC. I mean, we started on this yesterday, pulled the motor out, and got this one in. Not too bad. All right, now we're going to measure our drive line. So you measure from the center of your U-joint, so center of the, right, Matt? The center of the hole there?
Well, every driveline shop might have a different way they want you to do it.
Yeah, then what we're still debating is how far to pull that yoke out and then measure. Is it an inch, or what are you doing?
Yeah, here, just take your boot.
So this is a new yoke we found. I think someone probably posted it online. And this thing is seriously somehow, how much? $11 from GM?
Yeah.
$12. We've been using 4x4 yokes that go to the front of your T-case or whatever. This just slides right in and, you know, fits perfect. So anyways, we're gonna,
That's not what you want.
he's gonna pretend that boot's on right now. The boot was like $40. This piece of metal was 11. Didn't make any sense.
No, the boot's $65.
65. All right, so we got this in. Now we'll measure
But you
center.
could reuse it from your four-wheel drive one.
Center to center. I think we're gonna do mine in the air because it's lowered. It's not really, the suspension doesn't move very much. Of course, if you want to be super precise, go ahead and lay it down and have fun wiggling underneath your vehicle. But we'll do it this way. We haven't had any problems. Super simple. We get the driveline in a couple of days from Adams here in Henderson. Here's a video of the ICT mounts.
We're gonna do it in the air. That's what you want to do.
Yeah. Here's plenty of room for this manifold flange.
So if you're gonna do it in the air, you want to loosen up your spot a little bit. Because with it down, you're at the closest it'll ever be.
Closest it'll ever be. Okay. All right, so we'll measure this and get a drive shaft made. Really, the only hard part I have left is putting in the fuel pump and running the fuel line. So the bed needs to come off for that because it was filthy when it was off. I didn't change it at the time because we were still moving the vehicle around. So it uses a low pressure pump. Then I'll go over here and fix any more shenanigans I find. All right, let's measure this.